Hello. I had to put a new video, or a video on BitChute about this radio wave I can't say. So I watched a really good interview today. I think it's called Sergeant Report on BitChute, and with a Steele, either Mike or Mark Steele. And I think it's very important that we get informed about these things, because I believe that we're living in the end times. And so please go. I put a link on the bottom. I also now have a Rumble channel on Rumble, and same name, Great Deceptions of the End Times. So you can choose to either watch it on Rumble or on BitChute. Today's video is very important too. Maybe you know that Pope Benedict just died. And the last thing that he says, that the time of the Antichrist is here. That's what he said. Okay? One of his last comments, that he believes that the time of the Antichrist is here. Isn't that interesting? And this guy that was commenting on it was, of course, a Catholic. I've watched him once in a while. A very famous doctor. I think he's a doctor, Catholic doctor. And he was talking about this, of course, Benedict dying and saying, oh my goodness, the time of the Antichrist is here. And of course, this guy was talking about the Bible and read 2 Thessalonians 2, where Paul wrote about the man of sin. Not Antichrist, people. But yeah, there's always people that still mix up this word Antichrist with the man of sin. And if you have followed my videos, you know who that man of sin is. All right? The man of sin, Babylon the Great, and this little horn of Daniel 7. They're all the same, but it's not just one person, but it's a whole kingdom with lots of kings. And you know that this kingdom is really papacy, or the Vatican, the Roman Catholic Church. So even Benedict was part of that system and was part of this man of sin. So you can look at 2 Thessalonians 2 and read the definition of this man of sin. And then you can even go to Daniel 11:36 and read even more and compare the two definitions. But I thought it's kind of interesting that Benedict actually said that. Now, right now we have Pope Francis left, right? Benedict went into retirement early, and so that made room for Pope Francis. And I actually also came across this prophecy of a Saint Malachi. Sorry, I'm tired. So Saint Malachi had this prophecy. He was a bishop around in the 1100s. So 1094 to 1149 is when he lived. And he did this pilgrimage to Rome from, I think, Ireland. And when he went to Rome, he was really, when he arrived in Rome, he was so upset about the corruption of the Pope, papacy of Rome, the Vatican. And so he wrote down this prophecy that he got, this vision he got, wrote down all the names of all the popes following 1100. And according to that list of popes, there's only one pope left before the Vatican is going to be destroyed. And this last one he called Petrus Romanus. So he used descriptive languages for the Pope, not the real name. But if you want to read more, you can actually research some more. I don't want to go into detail. I just found something, so I wanted to just mention that, simply because it is right interesting that now we only have this last pope left, and this last pope, after this last pope, or during the reign of this last pope, and it's a reign because they are considered religious leaders, the popes are, and kings. They also have a kingdom, and they have a throne. They sit on a throne, and they have ruled. They depend on a political system for the military, and that's why they are always controlling the beast. And the beasts are always political systems and with militaries. And so this beast depends on worldly systems and the military. But they control the political systems. Now they have controlled the political system in Europe. People should know that. Even after the Reformation, they controlled the political system. And of course, since maybe 100, 150 years, they have been controlling the U.S. system as well. Right now, they totally control it. Now, if you don't believe that, watch some of my videos or do some research on your own. Do some research. There's many books that I have researched, and I have done a lot of videos that show clearly that the Roman Catholic Church or the Vatican or the Jesuits, whatever you want to use, whatever name you, has taken over the United States. So it was for me kind of interesting to see that this Benedict actually talked about the Antichrist. The time of the Antichrist is here. Now you know that people still have this false idea, this world ruler that's coming, blah, 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 blah. No. This Antichrist, or the man of sin, or Babylon the Great. Now, Antichrist is it's not even biblical, but that word Antichrist was just used since Luther for the Pope. Okay? Luther said clearly it's the Pope. But this word Antichrist was used since that time as a counter-reformation to distract from the Pope and who really is this Antichrist that Luther was talking about. Or just simply distract from the Pope. So yeah, why do I think it's, of course, so interesting? It's because this Malachi says that this Francis, Pope Francis that we have today, who is a Jesuit, by the way, I could have been the first Jesuit, he is going to be the last Pope. And he's been a Pope for a while now, because they took out Benedict. I don't think he left on his own accord. I think he was probably taken out. And so, yeah, now Francis is left. And this is, I think, of course, another sign. Another thing that I'm just thinking about, I've been thinking about, is this cathedral in Siena, Italy. I've been there once. Actually, I'm going to go there in May again to take my granddaughter there. And there are pedestals around the dome or inside the dome, and a pedestal for each pope since they built the church in the Middle Ages. And there's only one pedestal left right now. Well, actually now there is none left because Benedict filled the last pedestal. And so some people believe that that's a sign that people believe that he is the last one. But all that means is there's going to be, it could be one more, but that pope will never make it on one of these pedestals. That's why this is it. So really it is very possible there's two prophecies that show that this pope that we're having right now, Francis, is the last pope, and that with Francis, the Roman Catholic Church will be destroyed. We also see that when we look at this Fatima, prophecy of Fatima, okay, this vision of Fatima received from this alien, of course, which they call Mary, right? Or this beautiful lady, which I think was an alien, and in which they did hide that for a long time, but I think it came out, this fourth vision or whatever it is, in which again Rome will be destroyed. That's why they never wanted to come out with it. But Rome will be destroyed. And where do we see that? We see that during the wrath of God. Where does it say that? I think it says it in Revelation 15. Let's look it up. Revelation 15. I think that's where it says, fallen, fallen. No, it could be 14. I could be wrong. So let's so yeah, it's in 14. And at 14:8 it says, and a second angel followed and said, fallen, fallen is Babylon the great, which made all the nations drink the maddening wine of her adulteries. And we also see exactly how she falls and how she burns in Revelation 18. Now, this is all the same, right? It's just, John sees this just has two visions of the same event. So 18 and 14 is the same, actually is the same event. A third angel followed, or part of it is, because it says here, the third angel followed them and said in a loud voice, if anyone worships the beast and its images and receives its mark on their forehead or on their hand, they too will drink the wine of God's fury. See, this is now also talking about the wrath of God. So during the wrath of God, this is when she will fall, this Babylon the Great. Okay? And that's why God is telling us to come out of her. And in order to come out of her, we have to know who she is and the whole system that she is controlling. Remember, she's controlling the beast. She sits on the beast, and she controls the beast. And everything the beast does, she controls. And she may have initiated these things because she works through the beast. She works through the political system. So really, who is Babylon the Great? Well, who is she controlling? She's controlling all worldly systems, whether it is the political system, whether it's the healthcare system, the school system. She has infiltrated in every aspect of our political system. And make no mistake, she has now total control in this beast system as well, which is United States is the beast out of the earth. There's no doubt, people. There's no doubt. There cannot be any other beast system, because this is the end times. Jesus is returning soon. The wrath of God is coming, and the system is being destroyed. Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed, and all the beast systems. Remember, the beast system out of the earth is the false prophet, but it's not a religious system. It's just a prophet for actually Satan and for the beast system, for the false religion, this prophet, okay, this false prophet. Now, I know people say, oh no, the false prophet, United States is built on Christianity. That's gone. That has been gone a long time, okay? No. Christianity now, or Protestantism, is now, the United States Protestant is now bowing down to the Pope again. Okay, they have made their little deals with the Pope. So no, no, it's not existing anymore. So yeah, it's kind of interesting, the things that are happening today. Okay, things that are happening today. And oh yeah, no, we can still not see it. No, this man of sin, which you know I have done a lot of videos about this man of sin in 2 Thessalonians 2, and of course showed it clearly that it's Babylon the Great, and this little horn that sits on the beast and rules the kings, the 10 kings, there is no need to think that this Antichrist is an end times ruler. No, this Antichrist is clearly Babylon the Great, or it can only be the Vatican. Only be the Vatican. And I think the Vatican is coming to an end here soon, during the wrath of God. That means it's going to be during the wrath of God. And because it's during the wrath of God, people, the wrath of God has to start soon. That's just the way it is. Anyways, this is going to be a fast video. And yeah, watch the my previous video, which I had to post on BitChute. Watch it, because I just couldn't, I could not put it on YouTube, because no, I just cannot trust YouTube anymore. I know they pretend now like they're allowing things again, but I'm sorry, I know that I'm flagged for whatever reason, and I know very clearly that I'm flagged, because my videos still are not going out. So I don't know if it's shadow banned or if it's flagged or what it is. Don't know what it is. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Like I said, I have now also a Rumble channel. So if anything happens, either Rumble or BitChute are going to be my two channels that I have. Anyways, let the Holy Spirit guide you always.